Welcome back. It's time now for our Morning Cup of Joe, and Sheriff Joe Lombardo is joining us from Metro headquarters. Good morning to you, Sheriff. It's great to see you.
Good morning, Alex. Good to see you.
We wanted to start with this question. So the governor wants lawmakers to begin discussions on statewide police reforms. Have you been able to provide insight on what that may look like here in Nevada?
You've probably heard most of them across the nation, how we deal with chokehold, duty to intervene as a police officer, de-escalation training, who's going to conduct investigations associated with an officer-involved shooting. All those topics are planning to go forward in the special session. We don't have a lot of pushback on our side on that. I think some of those changes are needed in the police profession. A lot of them have already been addressed at LVMPD in years past. But I think it's important for the state to be all on the same sheet of music.
Another big thing we've been watching, Sheriff, is what's going to happen with schools this year. And CCSD is going to start this fall in just a couple of weeks here with distance learning, and they are still working on some kind of plan, they say, for child care. So is Metro concerned at all about more children being left at home alone once school does start?
So a lot of questions still have to be answered. My concern is the increase in crime with people not having supervision, and whether those predators are going to be out there in mass attempting to, because a lot of crimes against children are reported by school personnel, and that's a big issue for us on the police department, inability to intervene when needed, when we see something amiss. So there's a lot of things that we're going to have to make adjustments for. It's unfortunate that they couldn't come to a better solution. But it's our job in law enforcement to adapt and overcome and address those issues.
All right, so the unemployment rate dropped to 18% here in Las Vegas from the latest report in June. Of course, that's still a very high number. Has there been a rise in certain crime Metro's noticed as people continue to be out of work?
So year to date, we're down around 2% in violent crime. But if you look at a 7-week window during the COVID, so we're measuring it at different times, we're up around 16%. So it's a big delta there, a big change. And the key crime is gun crime. We're seeing a significant increase in gun crime to include aggravated assaults, which is usually involving a gun. We had a significant increase in those type of crimes. So it's important for people to know that and be concerned for your personal safety and be aware of that.
Yeah, it's been a tough year, Sheriff. Thanks for all Metro does. We appreciate you, and thanks for taking time to talk to us today.
I'm ready for 2021. How about you?
Yes, I think we all are. Really looking forward to that. Sheriff Lombardo, thanks so much. We'll see you next week. If you have a question for Sheriff Joe Lombardo, you can send it to us on 8newsnow.com and find out if your question was answered each Wednesday.